So I'm just going to retreat. Although I couldn't stop the expansion, the good thing is I know it's only just completed, so I know he hasn't got a lot of resources from it or anything yet, so there's no hurry to take it out. All in good time. That's what those Ancients of War are now going to do. 3 Ancients of War sent towards this expansion, and they are going to cause him huge problems because he obviously is nowhere near a workshop. He doesn't even have a smith. So just back to creeping here for me. I mean, he does get a little bit angry with the Ancients of War going to his base, but whatever. He tired me like anything, so whatever. I realise it's hard for a human player to deal with them, but they should watch Insomnia or these guys play, because Insomnia deals with this like a piece of cake. He really does not have trouble versus it. I don't even bother getting Ancients of War versus Insomnia. He deals with it far too easily. The only imbalance I see versus the human players Night Elf is if you've got a lot of talents and you keep that Bounty King up in the air, like, constantly. That's very, very hard for a human player to deal with. I don't think there's much you can do versus that. Human player kinda needs to keep the Night Elf player under so much pressure that he can't really get into a situation where he's got unlimited Cyclones and Ancients of War, so... Oh well, but I'm not doing that here, so... It's not really that much excuse, because I know versus Insomnia or another great human player, they would have the workshop, they would have the mortars, and they would realise what's going on, but he's in trouble because he's wasted a lot of resources trying to take me out early with defensive towering, and it never worked out for him. So he's tried to do as much damage. I'm kind of being a little bit silly here because I'm running around without a portal. It's not the smartest idea, so I realise at this point the Keeper of the Grove is definitely going to die, and rather than screw around trying to save it, I'm just going to try and keep the Demon Hunter alive and run to the shop and buy a portal, get out of there and let the Ancients of War take care of his expansion, and I really will still have a big advantage because obviously I've got an expansion and he doesn't. So I'm trying to get some experience here while I'm here. I realise he's coming, so I've bought a portal, just try to kill a couple of units. I've got full crap in my inventory, and I saw it was Intelligence Tome +2, so instead of screwing around trying to drop items and pick up that, which isn't very useful for me, I just left it. So as you can see, I'm getting some Druid of the Claws now. They're level 2 master training, so I'm going to have bears. And the Ancients of War, as you can see, are dealing very well with his expansion. So he's back to creeping again. He's now up to level 3 Mountain King. He's bought a mana pot for that Mountain King, so he's got a lot of bolts. He's level 5 mage. He should really be moving his mage out of range, trying to let the Mountain King reach level 5, but maybe he wants to get to level 6 and mass teleport, but I don't see how that can be very useful for him in this map. So I'm creeping as well, trying to get to level 6.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Turning on that immolation here, as you can see, I will make a mistake here. I will leave that immolation on forever until it runs out, which is a little silly. I must have been busy elsewhere. He's finally started his workshop, very, very late, but he's decided he's going to take out that stuff with footmen and priests. That'll work out quite well. Priests will keep his army alive. As you can see, my Demon Hunter is still running around with immolation on. He's going to run out of mana totally. That is totally retarded. As you can see, he's level 6 as well, so that's great. Metamorphoses when I need it. He's going to have to run away because I've got Dryads and Ancient of War. and he portals. So he obviously decides to portal very, very late because he turned on Potion of Invulnerability. He was obviously wanting to fight, decided against it, portaled out. He made a good decision. Obviously wasting Invulnerability Potion was not a good decision, but portaling definitely was. He would have lost it very badly. As you can see, he's starting another expansion. But I think I'm going to see this.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
No, I'm not going to see it. Obviously not within sight range. So I'm moving the Demon Hunter back. That's because the Ancients of War at his expansion, I see him targeting them, and I'm going to run and try and take him out. But at this point I realise that my Demon Hunter has only got 58 mana, which means he can't turn Metamorphosis on. So I decide against fighting at this point. Probably a very good decision. Because Metamorphosis will help so much in this battle. So I'm not going to be silly. You can lose games just by being silly. You know, a lot of players will just run and attack, lose a Demon Hunter or whatever because they can't turn Metamorphosis on, and they could end up losing the game. So I'm using this Fountain of Mana to good effect. Casting Roar, turning Bears on, and then I'm going to fight. Here he is. Going to turn Metamorphosis on now. And as you can see, this fight will not be at all close. Very good upgrades in the Dryads and Bears. Level 2 attack, level 2 armour, and he doesn't have enough cash, he just can't deal with it. The Abolished Magic working very well versus Elementals. And it's a good game, I'm afraid to say. So that was myself versus Take. It was a pretty good game. So on to the second game. I'll go and do that now. So I hope you enjoyed that. See you later. Bye.